Hey y'all, today we are making habanero pepper jelly. I actually did not get a chance to make it last year, so we froze our peppers and getting ready for our crop to come in this year. We are going through and I'm gonna go ahead and make this pepper jelly. Honestly, it's the only thing that ever scares me to can, and it's not because it's scary to do. It's more because I have this terrible habit of wiping my face when I'm cutting peppers and making my entire face burn. Couple things, make sure you're wearing gloves. Okay, to start with, I'm gonna cut the top off the pepper, and then I'm just gonna simply put it over here in the food processor. Okay, this recipe, we need a cup and a half of habanero peppers, that are finely chopped. And because of my terrible habit of wiping my face when I'm cutting stuff, I try to limit how much contact I have with these little guys. So I simply put them in the food processor for this. Once I'm done cutting these habanero peppers up, I'm gonna take, and I need another cup and a half of any other pepper, and I'm gonna use the bell peppers we got from our garden last year to it sweetens it up a little bit. And then I will be over at the cooktop to show you how to put it together. I've got some of the peppers already finely chopped thanks to my food processor. Now I'm just measuring out, I need a cup and a half of the habanero peppers. Be careful when you take the lid off your food processor. It will definitely make your sinuses go a little crazy. That's one thing I do like about cooking this stuff, especially if you have allergies. All right, that's a cup, so I'm gonna pour that in there. In my pot right here, I've already got my vinegar measured out and my sugar, which helps complete this recipe. And it looks like I'm gonna be short of the other half, so I'm gonna start chopping some more and get those chopped up, and then I'll put those in the pot as well. Okay, so I put all of the all of the habanero peppers that we needed. Those are already in the pot over there, getting ready to get happy. Now we're gonna cut up the peppers that we need. We need another cup and a half of regular bell peppers. That's what I'm cutting up right now. I'm using our red and our bell peppers from last year, and I'm hoping the last time I made this, generally it comes out with a real pretty red color. I know that might not sound, interesting to a whole lot of people, but it looks very pretty. And so I'm hoping that using the red like I did last time and then adding the purple, it still manages to keep that orange color. So I'm going to get all these chopped up, get them measured out, and I'll join back up with you once I'm cooking everything. All right, so you can see we've got everything in the pot, and now we're just stirring it. In this pot, we put our 1.5 cups of habanero peppers, our 1.5 cups of bell pepper, and that's with 6.5 cups of sugar and 2 cups of white vinegar. We're going to stir it until it comes to a boil, a rolling boil to be exact, which means we can't stir it down. Once that happens, we're going to put in liquid pectin. I like to, when I'm making jelly and I have to use pectin, I like to open it up and just put it in a coffee cup sitting like close to me, because it's a process that happens really fast. You can see we are at a boil and there's no stirring it down. So now I'm going to put my pectin in. Boop, 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 boop. Just squeeze all that in there. Squeeze all that in there. Okay, and we're gonna stir for a minute. Okay, excuse me. This is almost like pepper spray or pepper gas, but we've got them all in the jars. We're just putting the rings and the lids on them, and then they will go into the water the pot that we use for water bathing. They are hot, so please be careful. We're gonna lower this down. We're gonna make sure that all of those lids are covered. I will probably add a little bit more water. Then I'm gonna put this lid on top. Put it to come to a boil. It will process for 10 minutes. So that means it's gonna stay at a boil for 10 minutes. Once that's done, I'll turn the heat off and I'll be back to show you what's in it. Okay, so they have been water bathing is what they call it, for 10 minutes. So now we're going to take these out. I'm going to set them on my counter, and I'm going to actually allow these to cool overnight before I even move them. And typically these don't take long to set. Like, you'll be able to tell if it is going to have that jelly consistency. What this is good for, even if you mess up with the consistency and let's say it's a little bit more liquidy than what we like for jelly, you can still use it to marinate meat Makes an excellent marinade for chicken or barbecue. You can also, if you are going to eat it as a pepper jelly, which is how my crew eats it, then what we typically do is you can eat it on bread with cream cheese, or if you're like a real daredevil and you love spicy food, you can do like my 15-year-old, and you can just eat it on a piece of bread.
Yeah, that's how we do it. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you on the next one.